Love and light, one and all. Another moment of now. Another gift to be experienced in completion for what it is. I would love to take this opportunity on this beautiful afternoon to actually reach out to all of you and to connect a little deeper, a little more, and to hear what it is that you're going through at the moment. Hey Nick. And what it is that you're holding on to from the past, which is actually weighing you down and preventing you being able to move forward with the freedom that you can embody in all ways. The past has happened, and carrying it around with us as though we have put a backpack on, and there are certain past events which we feel so attached to because of the trauma it has created, that we then carry those events with us through life, always. So somebody wrongs you, and then you put it in your bag and you carry it around. We've all done this. Freedom comes from realising, to start with, that you are still carrying it, and then how to go about putting that bag down. And as I so often say, shit will happen to you in life. It's part of reality. There is light and dark. There is love and the void of it. Love and fear are the two reverses, the two different sides to the coin, just as light and dark is. And in truth, anytime there is not light, anytime there is darkness, is a void of light. And anytime that there is fear, anger, hatred, is just separation from love. Love is always the answer. And as my little riff goes, love is the answer. It is love that is the key. A key that will unlock a door deep within and set not only you, but the whole world free. Always love. So in life, shit happens. You can either put it in your bag, carry it around with you, making you smell, weighing you down and creating your own personal version of hell, or use it as fertilizer and dig it into your garden, and with it grow your flowers, your vegetation, your crops, your life, even more beautiful than you could have done without that shit. Nothing is ever negative, nothing is ever wrong unless you perceive it to be so. And what you've held on to in the past has been required because there has been a certain lesson to be learned. And look at it as a pathway. And if you hadn't have been holding on to what you previously were, you would have actually been further down the path than you are now, and you would have missed this exact moment of now that you are now experiencing. So what you have held in the past has been required to bring you to where you are now. Where you are now is exactly where is required to take you forward from. And when you actually let go of that past event, let go of that trauma, once you cut that cord, it will skyrocket and bungee you forward in a way that you didn't know possible. How is everybody? What is it you're holding on to? And I would be honoured to do some short cord cutting and energy cleansing work with you now to actually set you free. It's just likened to a rope. People go around and actually connect to you energetically and steal from you any time that you think of a past event or traumatic experience or somebody that has wronged you. You are freely giving them your energy once more. By cutting off that cord, it allows you to disconnect from it, to separate from the belief that it defines you or that it is part of you. And then you can go about actualizing and stepping into the full embodiment of the creator being that you are in all ways. There is two ways, always two paths. Truth or the separation from it. And in any moment you can wait or you can create. So it's time now to manifest, to create your dream life in all ways. And it will start with acceptance, first of all, of what has happened. You don't have to like it, you don't have to appreciate it, enjoy it, or even understand it. Just accept it for what it is. Take the positives from it and let go of everything which is holding you down. I was shown it as the waves of existence. So in life, I view everything as energy, which is what it is, and I'm showing it as water because it is fluid and it flows. And anytime you prevent the blockage, anytime you prevent its flow, creating a blockage, it becomes stagnant, putrid, and detrimentally affects the body of life within that water. All life forms within the water, all aspects of yourself. So the expression life's stormy waters, as well as the expressions keeping afloat, keeping my head above water, these all come from the actual realization that it is all energy. Everything in existence is energy, fact. Vibrating at different frequencies, fact. And it does stay in waveform, fact. So it goes up and down. And it's finding the neutral ground, the middle way, which allows you to take a more optimal and neutral path all the way as we continuously raise, as everything is always expanding, evolving and going forwards and up. We're always going that way. But instead of going up really quickly and then coming back down, we just go up. We still go up and down, but not in as much of a severe or extreme manner. And when the storms of life become more choppy, more turbulent, more rough, those of us that are here to do the work, those of us that are awakened and here to assist others and the collective through our empathetic qualities in being able to feel pain, take it, transcend and transmute it, return it to source, and actually ease the suffering of that individual. Without the correct information and learnings, we have a tendency to hold on to that pain because of the aspect of guilt which is put upon society. We feel guilty for seeing another person in pain. So we take it and then we actually forget about transcending it and removing it from ourselves. This is likened to holding on to past events, the things that will weigh us down. So when life is blissful and easy, it's enjoyable just to lie back on the waters of life and just float, basking in the glorious light of Source, of God, of the infinite, of Prime Creator, of the universe itself, of you in completion. And when life's seas become more turbulent, more choppy, we want to do it alone. We don't want to reach out to another and burden them. But that's where friendship comes in. And without a friendship, first of all started from in here, we will feel that we have to battle those seas. And we will be doing so with those weights of the past weighing us down, likened to actually having a pocket full of stones. Once you let go of that weight, you're able to float more easy and you don't go under, surfing the waves of existence as opposed to actually going under. Because once you go under, life can keep you there. In truth, again, you've created this yourself. There's nothing outside of you that you have not got an influence or a decisional aspect to add to. You can't always actually change what is happening around you, but you can always have control over your reaction or your perception to it. So instead of going under, you stay above water. And then a friendship is where two beings, two people build a ship together so that you can collectively use it to float together with a place of security and comfort and understanding, a place of love, where you can take the weight off of yourself and having to tread water, having to do and create and be and battle along the journey on your own. And anytime you look at it and view it and feel it as a battle, you have separated from the truth of what is. I am here to actually take everything which you are holding away from you now, because it is not yours to carry. And doing so, I will not take it upon myself, because it is not mine. But I will actually take that negative, or that energy which is being stored and perceived as negative, and transform it and return it to Source. Source will then go about redistributing it where it is required. It may go off and create a new life form. It may go off and create something to keep the balance of equation that is negative. But that will be a negative experience for somebody else, for their learnings and growth themselves. Never hold on to anything, because you're actually preventing the expansion of the universe by doing so. Focus on your heart center and feel my connection to yours. And feel as it expands and grows. And that cord that is always connected, as we are universal aspects of the self, of each other. We are universal energy, constantly, rhythmically dancing in the play of life together. Our higher selves are always connected. And I'm always here for you, within this realm, as well as every other in existence. Any time that you feel separated from the truth or alone, focus upon your heart and know that you are always connected to everybody. And seeing this truth within the physical realm, it bypasses any form of behaviour or layer of illusion or separation. Somebody can be an absolute arsehole to you, and you can see through it, knowing that at their core they are that same being of love and light. And a friendship, when two people build a friendship, each person their unique aspect of self, each person a half of that complete friendship, a relationship, a partnership. Any time that you build a ship together, it's two halves united to create one. And if you have a mutual understanding, respect, love, admiration for one another, it's like building the ship out of two aspects of the same material. Connected, they will float, and they will actually withstand even the most severe storms of life. When they're built out of a difference of opinion or a non-really wanting or desire for the other person to actually experience joy, it's just focused upon the self. It's like two different materials being bolted together. You are grounded in love, and I want to assist that person and see their enjoyment in life, and you give to them because you want them to be happy, and all they do is take and take and take. It's like being two different materials. You can bolt them together and they will float, but the first storm that comes along will rip them apart. The friendship will disintegrate and disappear, because it is not built out of mutual love, respect, and a want for each person in that friendship to have the best conditions possible. And as well, you need to know that they will steer the ship true towards your truest destination, whilst you are taking time to rest upon that ship, so that you can clamber aboard when you need to rest, knowing that they will steer you true. They will not try and take you down a path which is their personal perception of what you should be doing in life, or they will not try to sway you into negative attributes that they personally like to go about experiencing, So through my journey, I stopped drinking alcohol, and those around me were confused by it. They could see the benefits to it because I was so much healthier and happier. Yet they didn't understand, so almost what the ego doesn't understand, it condemns. And in the friendships, they would then try and steer me towards their chosen path because that's what they wanted to do themselves, and having me do it with them made them feel more justified in what they were doing. They had the connection of old, which they were familiar with, and they didn't feel confused by who I was and what I was now doing. I understand all this. Yet I chose to actually stay true to my course, which meant that the friendships have taken different routes, that our halves, although I still have, and they still have for me, love and appreciation and friendship, we are on different paths. But that is fine, because we will travel our own unique ways and reconnect at some point in the future, whether it is in this life, in this realm, or future lives, because all rivers lead back to the ocean. Beautiful. I am being more and more guided towards using my therapeutic and hypnotic tone of voice to actually create guided meditations and meditations to release blockages of old. So I have created recently a cord cutting, energy reclaiming and giving back guided meditation, which is on our Mainstream Meditation channel. So on YouTube I've made a new channel, Mainstream Meditation, which is just for meditations. I'm in the process at the moment of editing 4, because I did 2 this weekend, 2 last. Journey to Atlantis and the energy reclaiming and redistribution. Wounded Inner Child, abandonment, acceptance and transcendent meditation, as well as I'm doing a chakra series of meditations, starting with the base and working up, and I've done up to the solar plexus, and then a beginner's guide to meditation mastery, which I'm writing as a book, and I'm going to launch it as a book, but I'm also going to launch it as a YouTube series, and then put the writings and the video content together and make it a online course that is free to access. So it is using as many platforms as possible to reach as many people as possible with the same information, so that the information channeled through me from source to you is then able to be broadcast on a larger bandwidth, reaching more people, awakening more souls. And those that are ready to listen will be able to hear. Those that are able to see will see with clarity. And those that are open to feel will do so. I'm here to give you the key to unlock that door within and set yourself free. But it's up to you whether you take that key and whether you use it. And if you do or you don't, it's all perfect. It's all part of the collective journey of self. Never feel bad about somebody else not being awakened. Never feel bad about somebody else's suffering or place in the world. It is all part of the collective, and it all comes back to choice. The one or the two real fundamental governing aspects is free will. Everything is free will, and everything is governed by the law of attraction. What you vibrate at, you attract and create. And every aspect of your decisional imprint of this reality, right from the before you came here and actually when you choose to leave, is all free will. Always. Nina, I forgive you. it's not about you. It's about the bigger picture and the collective. And wallowing around in self-pity and guilt, you're no good. You're no good to anybody. Let it go. Let it go now. And in doing so, feel the warmth as it rushes down from the heavens above, coming in through your crown chakra, melting that tension in your forehead as it travels all the way down your face and drips down your throat. And as you feel an unblockage, almost as though you can breathe clearly for the first time and express your truth of who you are. No longer limited by another's perception of you or your internal view of their potential perception. Allow this warmth to run down your back. Through each of your pores, through each chakra. As this burst, this jet of energy unblocks everything that was previously in the way of that path of freedom and truth. Allowing the flow to effortlessly cycle through, around, in and out of who you are. The things you have done in the past, I thank you for every single experience that you have been part of and everything you have done to another or had done upon you, as it is all part of the collective learnings. And without that single event, and each and every single event, and this exact moment of now, the universe would not be as it is, and we are entering into a world that will be unrecognisable of old, and it would not happen and be actualised without you and everything you have done so far. Thank you for who you are and everything you have done. And so it is. Let it out, release it, and know that those tears will turn to tears of joy. There is not much left to be done. The circle is nearly complete. I love you all. I appreciate you all more than you know. As in truth, this universe, this world, this reality would not be as it is without you. And every single breath in and out you take echoes around the entire universe for eternity. I am you, as you are me. We are all that was or ever shall be. Universal energy, dancing in the play of life. And even scientifically, they cannot deny this is right. Thank you all. United we stand strong, and together we continuously, forevermore, rise. Grand rising. Until next time, namaste. Beautiful. Hey Sarah, how are you? It's all you. All starts with the self. As I am for you. Mirrors, eternally mirroring each other, and the aspects which are required to be seen within the individual so they can be transmuted within the collective. Thank you for being part of my journey as I am part of yours. Thank you for your continued support, for being a subscriber to the channel, and for sharing this content with as many people as you can so that we can together Spread the knowledge and wisdom of Source, now and forever. We are in this together. United we stand strong, and together we rise high. Love and light, you beautiful cosmic surfer, all you beautiful souls. I love you. Namaste.